Let's toss it over to Andy Challenger of Challenger Gray & Christmas for a look at the latest in the labor market. Andy.
Yeah, as companies are going through reductions in force, there's certain things you want to do to reduce the possibility of survivor's guilt, to reduce the decreased morale that comes along with it. First off is acknowledge that the entire organization is mourning the loss of their coworkers. Those friendships that have been built often over many years are real, and losing those colleagues is very painful. It's important for the organization to really acknowledge the hard work and valuable work that those employees provided to the organization, despite the fact that there's no longer a position available for them. You don't want your remaining employees to feel disposable in any way. And then lastly, you really want to communicate any future plans that the company is going through as clearly as possible. Often survivors are worried about the next shoe to drop if they're going to be reduced in a similar way in the future. Companies want to get out in front of this with as much communication as possible.
Andy, what else have you learned?
Yeah, as more organizations continue to conduct major reductions in their workforces, there's some renewed spotlight on this idea of survivor's guilt. This idea that people left behind at an organization after a major reduction are dealing with their own issues. They're dealing with the loss of their relationships with their former coworkers. They're dealing with the increased burden and responsibilities of backfilling jobs that have been reduced or removed from the organization. And it can create a really negative environment, decreased morale, loss of productivity. And it's something smart organizations think about and try to reduce.
Thank you so much. For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.